Welcome to Macey's Cooking Corner. I'm your host, Stafford Daines, and today we really do have the lovely, the wonderful, most beautiful Katherine Scott, my Irish friend, all the way from Ireland, but who's living here right now. And it's very nice to have you in the kitchen today. How are you?
Okay, with praise like that, I want to stay with her for a long time.
Oh, I love it, love it. Hey, isn't it amazing? We're both here in Spanish Fork, Mapleton, huh?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Yeah, you spent time in England, and I spent 16 years in England for my sins.
For your sins.
No,
hey.
I loved England.
Yeah.
I loved England.
And it's really good to have you here. Now, tell us what have you done in the past? And, you know, up until now.
I have been totally passionate about raw foods.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's a reason behind that. Although, actually, I was diagnosed with cancer in 1995, I think it was. And so I learned a lot about healthy eating because I had 9 months of chemotherapy. And that actually brought me to death's door, actually. But during that process, I found out all about if you change your diet, you actually do not have to get sick. I read a book called The Wheatgrass Book, and after reading that book and the testimonials in it, I thought, I never have to get sick again.
Oh.
So that was amazing. That was great hope that I had, and I just want to share that with everybody.
That's fantastic.
Which is why I'm really, really passionate about it, and I love all the different recipes that are out there now. Actually, there was only about one cookbook, or I wouldn't call it a cookbook, one raw food book out about the time that way back in 1996, but they've gone into hundreds, thousands of these books now, especially coming from Hollywood. When somebody wants to remain absolutely beautiful looking, you know, they're going to want to eat the best food that's out there, you know, which is why.
And have you found it hard to live this lifestyle?
Yes, actually cooked food is such an addiction that it is so hard, because you grow up with the smells, you know, the dairy. I grew up in a farm, so dairy, meat, all that was my food of comfort. Right. And it just reminds me of home. So to get away from it, it is quite difficult. And so, but you just keep trying. The real benefits is how you feel afterwards. You know, you can continue to feel good. You just got plenty of energy. You feel so, you accomplish so much more when you're eating this way. And that's why I love it.
And I love that. And saying that you're living a raw lifestyle, what does that mean? I mean, when you say to someone, I'm raw, my diet is raw.
You do not need a stove or a cooker to cook your food.
Okay.
And there's so much, well, Adam and Eve was in the garden, so
this is true.
Yeah, there was no stove in those days, right? So they had to eat.
You don't think they had a fireplace or something, fire pit?
I do not think so, no. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, regardless of that, just there's so much fruits and vegetables. There's so plentiful, in abundance, really, yes. And it's getting to love that way of life, really. It's not a hardship. You go in anywhere. In fact, I went into a restaurant not too long ago, which would be considered could absolutely get nothing here that would be classed as healthy, getting good vegetables. But you know what? Every restaurant has some lettuce as maybe as garnish, or some tomatoes or cucumber, and so you can dine with others without looking like ridiculous or a freak or weird.
Right.
Yeah. So for that, it's fine. It's not a problem. Once you come to terms with this is what you're eating, everybody else, it doesn't matter. And even nowadays, you know, there's vegan, there's those with
what is it? Paleo.
There's so many there right now that really it's.
But a lot of them now are even doctors are recommending more of a plant-based diet, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. It's coming around to that, but not fast enough for my liking, really.
Right.
Yes.
Slowly but surely we're getting there.
Yeah, and organic is getting really to be prominent as well. I see Macey's has got a good selection of organic. You know, I was really surprised. Yeah, they've really got plenty of fruit and vegetables there. They have a new selection there, and I was really pleased to find that here.
That's good. So with all of that, what are you going to make for us today?
Well, today I thought I would work on chia seeds today.
Okay.
Because chia seeds are so versatile and actually so good. There was this test that Paul Braggs of the apple cider vinegar fame, he's a fitness guru, and he took 2 groups on a grueling hike up Mount Wilson. Do you know where Mount Wilson is?
I certainly don't, actually.
Okay, it's in California. I had to look it up myself anyway. So he took 2 groups of people, young people, I guess, on this grueling hike. It was a 36-hour hike.
Wow.
And one group was just water and chia seeds.
No way.
That's what they were to have. Yeah, and the other group just eat what they wanted to eat. Okay, so the first group, the chia seed group, they got there 4 hours and 24 minutes before the other group.
Wow.
And not all of the other group made it.
No way, just on chia?
Just on chia seeds. Actually, it's known as the runner's food. Because the ancient Mayans and the Aztecs, they used it, you know, when they went into battle, they used it, and they had to run for miles, you know, from one coast to the other.
Right.
Yeah, and they would do it on chia seeds.
That was
it. Absolutely. So it's a fantastic food for athletes, and which is why I'm using it. And all of last year, every morning I had chia pudding. But I had to make it. It's very like tapioca, and I must say I did not care too much for tapioca.
Right.
It has that consistency, that gelatinous feel to it. So I had to pretty it up, you know, using some of these delicious fruits here to make it look appealing, because our eyes are the first part of our digestion, right? And so this is why. But I'll also show you how to make some milk. I made this chia seeds with actually I made it with almond milk, which is this one here.
Okay.
Almond milk, you will need one of these milk bags.
That's almost
to extract the...
What kind of material is the bag?
It's nylon. You can actually make your own from your old wedding dress or something, or go to a material store and you'll get one of these, but with the almond milk, it's actually the most tastiest, and you can make your own fresh almond milk. And this is how you do it in the blender here. But with the almond milk, you've got pulp left over. And so it's just using up that pulp may be a struggle for you. But you can
what do you do with the pulp then?
You can put it into smoothies, or you know, keep it in the freezer until you're ready to use it, or in the fridge.
That's a good
but
idea.
by myself, I do not have enough uses for it, and so I tend to just use cashews as my milk. So I will just show you how I make cashews. Okay, cashew milk.
Should I bring this over?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And I've already 2 cups of water already in here.
To how much?
To 1 cup of cashews, and this is another cup of water here. So it's so easy to make. So
this is another. It's an alternative, isn't it? It's an alternative.
It's an alternative. You can make milk with cashews, or I have hemp seed here. This hemp is very, very good as well. Good fiber, good protein. It's got all the essential amino acids in hemp, and it's another good source of milk.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Or hazelnuts is another one. So there's many. You can use buckwheat and
to make milk? Rice milk,
yeah.
It's a bit watery, isn't it? I find it watery.
I have not used rice milk, but I hear you can buy rice milk.
Yes, you certainly can.
But, and there's probably many uses, many milks there. If you want to...
just turn it on?
Yeah, just turn it on.
Okay.
Oh, just a minute. Yeah. Just blend it up. Wait a minute. Yeah. This is the chia seeds here, which you can get here in Macy's as well. And this white container is quite inexpensive actually as well.
It really is.
So just fill up this jar. What size jar would you say this is?
Oh, half a quart. No, a quarter of a quart.
Half a pint?
Half a pint, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. It looks like that, right?
This jar, it looks like this, whatever size that is.
Oh,
and so,
wow, look at that. That is beautiful.
Just about there. That's it. Okay, and what I do is I use about 4 tablespoons. I'll use this as a tablespoon.
They look like poppy seeds.
Yeah. 4 tablespoons.
It's fantastic. Well, I didn't know you could survive on chia seeds. I'm going to try that.
Yeah,
Chia seeds alone.
good.
Wow.
Great fiber, essential fatty acids, omega-3s and 6s, protein, very high in protein.
It's fantastic. Look at
So
that.
look it all up yourselves and you'll
Chia
see.
seeds, yes.
I do need a lid.
Superfood.
Because this is what you do.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, you just shake it until they stay suspended.
Suspended. I like
Yes.
that word. Yes.
Until they stay suspended. Okay, they'll drop to the bottom initially. You'll see them falling down. Okay, so you can, you know, multitask, do some other things while you're watching this, but make sure that you keep shaking it until it's fully suspended.
Wow.
Otherwise, they will all clump together. And that is not a pleasant sight,
No.
actually, because then you'll have to just shake it up with a fork or some other object.
That's a great idea.
So,
Didn't think of that.
yeah, and especially when the milk is quite warm from the blender, they will absorb the liquid much easier. Actually, the chia seeds absorb 12 times their weight in water.
Wow, really?
Which you get a fuller feeling after eating them. And so very good for the brain.
Wow.
As well.
It's fantastic. Who needs to eat when there's
You
chia
could-
seeds,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, chia seed.
Be like
Okay.
those Mayan
So as you can see,
Indians.
they're almost suspended already, and at this stage, you can put them into the fridge, and they'll be ready to eat when they become gelatinous. Just
Which
like,
takes how long?
Usually about half an hour, I think.
Is
you
that
know.
all?
If you want them really fast, just put them into the freezer, maybe. I haven't had to do that actually, but.
No.
And so that would last me maybe about 3 days, but I'll show you how you can present it, which is what I do,
Lovely.
because as I said, I do not like tapioca. I actually do, and I've eaten it, but it wouldn't be my favorite food.
Right.
So, so I've already made some, and so as you can see,
Oh, it's thick.
it's thick, yes.
Clumped up together.
Yeah.
Well, not clumped, but.
Clump. Some you might see it a little bit clump, but it's not. I've shaken it up pretty
Yeah.
well. Okay, so
Well,
I
that
would
looks good.
actually, yes, this is about as much as I would eat per day. And then just to make it look nice, you could add some mangoes to it. I've actually added, I've always put in some bananas, but I haven't done today. Some mangoes, some
Strawberries?
strawberries, yeah.
That
Just anything
looks
that you think
pretty.
it'll make it look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can put
Makes
all
you
of that
excited
in,
about
yeah.
eating it. Makes you excited if you're making this
Yes,
for breakfast
yes.
or
Or put some
blueberries.
blueberries in there as well. Okay, I think that looks good, don't you?
I do.
And these are pecan pieces.
Oh, okay.
And you could add some, if you like pecan.
Pecans,
You don't have to
absolutely.
do that. And what else could we chuck in here?
Oh,
some cacao nibs. Actually, I would not myself put in so much. I would just put in the fruit.
right.
Bananas. I usually put in grapes in there.
I've done it with dates. How about dates?
Oh, dates. Yeah, if you like dates, that's
That's
a
a great
good
one,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, I have made some coconut milk, coconut cream from an actual young Thai coconut. You tie it up in the blender and then pour the cream over this, and it absolutely looks delicious as
Oh
well.
my
But anyway,
goodness,
I think that
fantastic.
looks okay.
That does. Very appetizing. I would take that.
Yeah.
I'm going to
So,
take that, actually.
Yeah, well, there you are.
Just
Go
before.
for it.
This is great. Really, it's really quite simple. You can do something like this overnight, right? You prepare it for the next day.
Yes, yeah.
Instead of sitting there waiting for it.
Yeah,
And then
you can.
and
I always had a jar of chia seeds already prepared in the fridge,
then could
and
you,
very quick, easily to make.
what if I'm a sweet person? Could I add some maple syrup or something?
Oh, I
on top?
forgot. Yes, you can actually add some vanilla or some maple syrup to it. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fine.
There's no real taste to the chia seeds.
No, but when you add
Comes with the
fruit,
milk, yeah.
yes, it makes it really nice.
That's
yeah.
delicious, fantastic. Well, you know what, Catherine, thank you so much. This is absolutely delicious. And I'm going to take a short break here, and then we're going to come back for her next thing that we're going to put on top, or another thing we're going to do.
Okay, that sounds great.
Welcome to Macy's Cooking Corner. We have the lovely Katherine Scott. Oh, that sounds Scottish as well, doesn't it? Huh?
Yes,
Do you know that your family heritage, they all came from Ireland, is that correct?
They did, yeah, but the reason Scotland is called Scotland is because the Scots left Ireland and went to the land north of England, and they called that Scotland.
Oh, look at that. That's interesting. I didn't know that either. Well, Catherine's been teaching us how to make, what is it?
Chia. I'm working with chia,
Chia pudding.
Fantastic protein, essential fatty acids, the omega-3 and 6, very good for the brain.
That's right.
It's called the runner's food because very good for athletes, the ancient Mayans, Aztecs, the...
Tarahumara, actually, Indians use it too.
Oh, yeah. They ran for long distances, just carrying water and chia seeds.
It's the new diet, I say, you know.
Yes. And you feel really fuller, you know, when you're using these.
And actually, you made some earlier, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And this is
the
progress.
Look at that.
It has become gelatinous, and they all stayed suspended. So to actually just keep it in the fridge, and it will set.
And do you need to shake it once it's...
No, you do not need to shake it. It's fine now. Just put it in the fridge, and it will set. And perfect.
And it just starts expanding and exploding, and that's how it feels in your stomach.
Yeah, absolutely. It absorbs 12 times its weight in water.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's
that's a lot of liquid.
It helps the sugar to release very slowly, which is good for diabetics, actually.
There you go.
Well.
Exactly. So this is it. This is all you need, people.
No more food in your kitchen.
That's right.
That is it.
This is the way. Yes.
Yeah, get everything out. So, okay. Just another use for chia seeds. I'm going to make some jam, adding chia seeds. So you know you have to boil to make jam. Don't they boil the fruit?
Oh my goodness! Boil.
Okay, I never did that.
Add a boatload of sugar.
Yeah.
And yes.
I like to make things really simple and fast.
Same here. I like
so I'm just going to make some raspberry jam using the chia seeds, and let's see how this goes.
Wow. So you're not going to use the blender or anything like that?
Well, I actually prefer the seeds.
Okay.
It's a little bit choppy.
Crunchy, something.
Crunchy, yes.
Oh, right.
But of course, most people would use the blender, just blend it up and
make it smooth
make it smooth, yes. But anytime I have ever purchased jam, it's got all the seeds in there. And that's the way I grew up, that's the way I like it. But now for a healthier version, we're just going to use, I'm just going to mash the...
a couple of years ago I met this lady, and she did the same thing that you're doing right now. And to sweeten it a little bit more, she used stevia. The stevia plant, she had the actual plant, used one tiny bit of leaf from it.
That's green.
It is. And it was really interesting though, but then she mashed it into the jam.
Oh, and it didn't show?
No.
Oh, okay.
And it sweetened it too.
See, you're getting great ideas.
A little bit,
yes. And you actually can grow the stevia around your own home.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add some of the chia seeds.
Now, I just really quickly, if you could share with our audience, you went to, was it Texas or what institute?
Optimum Health Institute in Texas, in Austin, Texas, yes. And that's where you go to detox or to, just wanted to change your diet and to find out what it's like just to eat all raw. And their program consisted of wheatgrass juice, I think it was 3 times a day. And honestly, yes,
grass,
I started off, grass, the smell of it. I had to hold my nose, teeth out. But that is actually, I told you earlier about how I read the wheatgrass book and the testimonials there that were in that book. And it just hit me that I actually never have to get sick again unless I
choose to,
yes. Or if I do get sick, if I catch a cold or flu, I would know what to do. you know.
That is
So
wonderful. Oh, that's looking good.
Oh, I don't
Love
know.
the
I think it
colours.
needs more.
It looks different.
This is what I worried about, that with the milk in it, it was going to get a little bit.
But again, with this jam, could you just eat it like that?
Of course you can,
Or you're
yeah.
gonna
But I
add it-
like the look too, as
Yeah.
you say. The eyes kind of see, and I'm afraid this is going to look a little bit like milky.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great. Well, jam is not solid, is it?
No.
I think it's fantastic.
You can get actually different color. You can get the white version of the chia seeds as well, which would go better with making raspberry jam.
Does
and
it have
just,
different nutritional?
I think it's just about
the
the
same?
same. It's
So it's
like
colour.
flax seeds.
Oh, okay.
There's not much of a difference between the darker and the golden color.
Right.
So
Nice. Look at that.
anyway, this, no, it didn't come out like I was hoping, but I haven't made this for a while. This was for the purpose of the show, actually. So,
Oh, well,
but
I
you
think
can,
Done a good job there, you know. It is. So what
Okay.
would you add to it? What would you? So you've made your jam. I presume this is how your
Yes,
jam looks like. Look at that.
yeah. So what I would do is just, you know, to put on top of chia pudding or on top of toast or crackers or whatever you
Right.
would like to use it for. And then I put that in there on top.
Oh, that looks pretty. Love it. Oh, right there.
Yes.
Nice.
And
then
maybe-
put that.
I
Ah, you know I've got to try this, right?
Yeah.
Now
Well,
that you've made that.
It should be redder, really.
Oh, darker,
um,
a darker red.
A darker red,
Oh,
yeah, just
okay.
like the raspberries, you know. But
I think this-
anyway, this just gives you an idea on what you can actually do with chia seeds.
Right, absolutely. And the energy you're going to
Or
feel.
strawberries, you could use blueberries, all kinds.
That's really good. Very
Good.
simple.
Well, it'll taste good, yes. But as I said, the eyes, you know, it's got to be really pretty, and so that you would feel
Oh, I
like
love it.
eating it.
But I probably would have added a little bit like maple syrup maybe or something.
Yeah, you
for
could do
me.
that. Or honey.
Or
yeah,
honey, yeah. Yeah,
So it's good.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
I'm
just a
just
quick
really
way.
excited about the nutritional properties with this.
Yeah.
How simple it is. I think sometimes we complicate the food that we eat, how much we need in order to
Oh,
feel
yeah.
satisfied.
When it can be so simple. Really,
yeah, and really healthy
Absolutely
for our,
healthy.
for our
yeah.
bodies.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Really, really lovely. Thank
Okay,
you so
well,
much.
that's
Yes.
just another
Aspect of-
the chia seeds and how versatile they are now, how good they are for you.
Thank
yeah.
you. This is very good. Thank you so very much. And this is just done. Just want to show the audience how that has completely formed now in
Yes.
less than half an hour.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So you could wake up, do them, go and have a shower.
There were many times I just got up in the morning and just made my chia pudding.
Yeah.
Yes, I did soak the cashews overnight. That's usually I soak something.
Okay. So why do you soak your nuts, by the way?
Nuts have an inhibitor in them which allows them not to sprout, you know, while in storage.
Right.
And so to release, and also they would be harder to digest. So when you soak them, you're releasing that inhibitor that's in there and allows you to digest the nuts.
Better.
Much better, much faster. Actually, cashews, I've heard that they weren't a nut in itself, they were actually a fruit.
No.
But anyway, you can figure out that one for yourself, really, if you do your study on that.
So is it better to
Yeah.
soak your nuts before you even eat them? If you just want-
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, all
nuts,
nuts?
and seeds.
Nuts and seeds.
as well,
Oh,
yes. You
okay.
can soak them and you can dehydrate them back again,
Oh,
you know,
right.
if you want the crunch.
Uh-huh.
Um,
But otherwise,
but otherwise, soak nuts and seeds. I've learned that quite a long time ago,
right.
actually. So, and I have not eaten nuts,
Nuts
in
just
their
like
dried
that.
state.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh, that's something I gotta do. And it's
Yeah.
better to have raw nuts than salted nuts, right?
Of course.
Of
Yes.
course.
Or roasted nuts. Yes.
Or roasted
Yeah.
nuts. Okay.
Roasted nuts. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This has been wonderful. This has been a treat, you know.
Oh, thanks.
I've learned something. I'm going to take that home and I'm going to devour this later on. And it's a pleasure to have you, Katherine. Thank you.
No wonder she loves healthy food.
Oh, I really do.
And she looks so good. That's why
you can't guess our age because we eat this way, right? And we're not going to tell you. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching Macy's Cooking Corner, and we look forward to seeing you again.